Hello and welcome to our broadcast. Today we are discussing the 5 success principles, and today is principle number 5, which is have a physiology and a psychology of excellence in business. And welcome Joanne Clark from Destiny Pursuits. And thank you for giving us your time today, because this is a really important principle to have in your business. And Joanne is an NLP trainer, so her work is very, very focused on mindset as well as business coaching as well, and making sure that business clients operate their business very successfully, not only from a business coaching perspective but also from a mindset. So Jo, tell us about a physiology and psychology of excellence and having that.
Well, it's very, very important to remain mindful that the way you are being as a business owner is going to have a very big impact on the success of your business. I mean, one of the things to notice is that you're out there representing your business. So you are, in a way, your business's either biggest branding asset or the contrast, which isn't so nice. You're their biggest branding detriment. So for a lot of people in business, you go out and say you go out to a networking event, and one of the things that you might hear people say, you go, how are you going? How's business going? And they say, oh, I've got so much on, I'm exhausted. Now, clearly that is not a physiology of excellence. And if I was thinking about doing business with you, I might, and if I was a very highly sensitive person, I might think, oh, I won't ask her to help because she's so busy already, she can't possibly fit more work in. So there I go, immediately cutting off a lead or cutting off a sale opportunity by putting forward my physiology of exhaustion and being so busy rather than excellence. Yeah?
Wow, that's a great example. Yeah.
And the psychology of excellence is about being on. So knowing that you are a representative of your business. And in the city of Melbourne, like if you live in the big city, that may be, you might get away with a lot of anonymity when you go out. So you're down the supermarket or whatever, people aren't looking at you thinking, oh, there's that person from Destiny Pursuit. But I can tell you where I live in Ocean Grove, when I go to the coffee shop and have a cup of coffee, there are people who come up to me in the coffee shop and talk to me about my business. So I'm very mindful when I'm going out there that people are looking at me as my brand, even just when I'm going out for a cup of coffee. So it's one of the, I suppose, disadvantages potentially or advantages of working in a regional centre where people know everyone. Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm on when I go. Yeah.
I love that. It's it's amazing. It's an amazing thing to be on all the time. And tell us a little bit more about that, how or what that actually means, because I think the language that I hear sometimes is about showing up or turning up whenever you are around. And for those that are just joining us, we're talking about having a psychology and a physiology of excellence in the work context, but you've got to bring it when you're not in the work context, like Joanne was just saying, in having a coffee. So tell us, Jo, what are some tips that you can give today? I'm mindful that we've got about 5 or so minutes with this live session. So what would you say to business owners if they struggle with this particular tip?
Well, I think being really clear that the way you're being is having an impact on your business. Yes, so the mindset you're bringing, as well as the physiology you're bringing, is having an impact on your business. And if you're very, very clear about your business outcome, which was, after all, success principle number one, if you're very, very clear about where you're going, then is who you're being aligned with that? And checking in, am I really aligned with who I'm being aligned with the outcome I've decided I'm going to have, or is who I'm being aligned with something else? Now, like I said, everybody has to have their place where they potentially let down their hair and indulge themselves or have a good wallow in those moments when you think, oh my God, and you do overwhelm and all those other unresourceful strategies, get them out of your system, but be ready when you're out representing your business to be able to bring to it the physiology and psychology of excellence. And in some ways it conveys itself to other people as a certainty and confidence. You know, it becomes almost like your secret weapon, or your
secret weapon, absolutely.
Your superpower.
Yeah, absolutely.
Psychology of certainty and confidence, because you're being in a way that aligns with the outcome you've said you want to get in your business. Yeah,
absolutely. So I think the big takeaway there is, you know, we all have times when we need to let out what is going on for us. It's not to override it. We don't want to override anything that's going on in our lives, because it just builds up and becomes a vicious cycle. So addressing what needs to be addressed, but doing that in a really functional and resourceful manner, so that when you are working in your business and working on your business, you're able to bring your A game every single time. Yeah, I love that. I love that.
Yeah. And I mean, I know as a sociologist, years ago when I did my sociology training, there was a big, a lot of focus on the divide between public and private. So who I am as a public person and who I am as a private person. Now that can be, for some people, that can be quite restricting. Because, you know, they kind of feel like they're not being genuine when they're out in the public. But I really want to ask the question, for what purpose would I be bringing my private or personal issues into my business? Who is that for? Is it for my clients, or is it for me? Is it because I'm trying to meet my own personal needs and I'm using or leaning on my clients to prop me up? Because if that's the case, maybe this business isn't the right business. Yeah,
absolutely. That's a really important point. So then tell us, Jo, how, obviously we've only got a little bit of time doing Facebook Live, but how do we take a deeper dive into this particular topic?
Well, I think that, I mean, you know, certainly when we're going and setting up our plans for our business, we need to look at not only what we're going to have at the end, so the outcomes, the goals, and define them, and then how we're going to do it, so the implementation plan. We also need to look at who we need to be to achieve that. So for me, it is making sure all those three categories, what you're going to have, what you need to do, and who you need to be, are covered off. And it's in the being that you're really defining what are your criteria for a physiology and a psychology of excellence that will sustain you through doing what you need to do, so that you do get to have the results in the end. Yeah, absolutely. So then obviously we're going to Thailand in May, on the 25th to the 30th of May, and this is a particular area of focus. You know, we are going to be doing business planning, which is a very can be quite a technical thing to do, sitting down and writing a plan. But how does this then relate to business planning, and what will we be doing in Thailand that brings this to life? Yeah, the difference that makes the difference in the plans that we'll be working on is we won't be just looking at the goals, and we won't be just looking at the implementation. We'll be looking at who you need to be in order to deliver on that. So really diving into all the levels that are necessary to make sure there's an alignment between the goals and who you are as a person. So that means looking at values, looking at beliefs, and if you've got beliefs that support you on the road, rock on. If you've got other beliefs that perhaps are limiting you, let's clear them and get rid of them and find new beliefs that will sustain you on the journey you're choosing to take. So the planning is not just about a to-do list or an implementation plan, and it's not just about a strategic vision. It's also about you as a person, as a business owner, and what you need to bring to achieve the goals that you're laying down for the next 12 months. And being away in Thailand, I think, provides a wonderful opportunity for you to really take a step back and focus on that and build the resources that you need to not only deliver the results, but to be who you need to be. Yeah,
Absolutely. True, too true. And I think for those people who perhaps have done business plans in the past and have had them end up in a drawer, this is particularly pertinent because that's not what we're doing here. We're talking about bringing a business plan to life, and how do you need to be to have what you want is a really critical element to this. So we want to make this process really extremely valuable. So we put a lot of thought, time and effort into looking at how we can do that for you. So as I've said, we are going to Thailand on the 25th to the 30th of May. We've got, I think how many places have we got left, Joe?
Two. We have 2 spots left.
So left.
It's a small group, and the content and the structure is tailored specifically for the people who are there. So we have five awesome coaches who each bring their specialty area to work one-on-one with you on the areas of your business that will take you to the next level. And that will really enable you to kick the goals you've decided you are definitely going to have in the next 12 months, which is pretty exciting.
It sure is. It sure is. So I'm just I'm going to grab the link to the event and I'll stick it in the comments here so that if anyone is interested in joining us in Thailand, then you can do that by, there's 2 spots. So you can do that by clicking on this link, pardon me, and making some further inquiries. I appreciate that you might want to have more information. So we'd love to talk with you if this is something that you would find valuable to immerse yourself in your business for 5 days. It's just an extremely rare opportunity, I think, that people don't take up and don't do for themselves. So come along and join us, and we'd love to see you there. Joe, is there anything else that you would add to that?
Well, the only thing I would add is that we will have fun. We'll be looking at how you need to be with the business plan so that you can enjoy and sustain it. Because it isn't all about hard work, although that is important. It's also about having a lifestyle that you want to have from your business. Because after all, we work to live, not vice versa.
That's exactly right. So I'll leave it on that note. And thank you, everyone, for jumping online today and participating in this live Facebook. And we'll see you all soon. Take care.
Cool.
Have a great day. Have an exceptional day. Bye.
Bye.